A lot of people talk about that you need clarity about your goals, that you need to set your goals clear. But what does this actually mean? A lot of people think it's just about the outcome, but there's actually way more to that than just that. I tried to just focus on the outcome and it didn't work out. So in reality, it's actually about the outcome and who you need to be. Okay, it's about your why, your who, and your what. And if you combine all of these together, then this is when you start to really achieve your goals. Yeah, and in this video I will talk about it and I will really go more in detail into that. And I will talk about the most important principle that you need to understand to reach your goals. And also the most important technique that you need to understand to stop self-sabotage yourself on the way to your goals. And why it actually also doesn't work out, because when I was looking at the videos, a lot of people say you need to have these clear goals and you need to act and have these systems. And a lot of that, yes, it's true. It's also true. But the problem is, we humans, we are not robots. So it sounds all very logical. Yes, it sounds all very logical that you need to set your goals, that you need to function. But this is not how reality works, and that's not how humans works. And to stop the self-sabotage, this is the key, and this is what I will talk about at the very end of the video. So the first thing is, what do you want? Let's start with the simple part, okay? And then we will dig deeper and deeper. So what do you want to get to manifest? And the thing is that the more goals you make, the more your focus will split up. Okay? So that means you will lose more and more energy that you have, that you can use to achieve your goals, the more goals you make. So don't make more than 4 or 5 goals. Okay? That's what I recommend. And for me, the problem was in the past that I was setting my goals way too high. Some people, they set their goals way too low, and some people set their goals way too high. Let's say you were earning $5,000 this year, okay? That means if you set yourself as a goal for the next year to earn $5,100, I mean, you can just feel into your body how it feels. You don't even feel excitement or pressure, right? It just feels way too comfortable. So like you just get $100 more, for example. And on the other side, if you are just earning $5,000 and now you set yourself as a goal, okay, I will next year I will earn $500,000. This is way too high, right? It can be the same with weight loss or something like that. Because if you make it way too unrealistic, it sounds like super great, but in reality you will just sabotage yourself because subconsciously you don't even believe in that. So just measure how it feels. Say out loud a goal that is way too high, and really imagine you have to put in all that effort for that. All the effort. Like you will become a multimillionaire, billionaire next year, and you don't even earn, I don't know, 10 or 20,000, for example, or you have 50 pounds too much, and you want to lose everything instantly, just a couple of months, right? You feel this doesn't feel real if it's too hardcore at the start. So the real thing is about finding this mid between too high and too low, that it feels exciting, but it's not too high. Try the example, like say to yourself a goal that is way too low, and try to say to yourself a goal that is way too high, and then try to find a mid, and look also at your past results. Okay? Because at the end, if you set yourself a too high goal, what very often happens, like way too high a goal, is you will just self-sabotage yourself. So nothing will come out. And if you set a too low goal, nothing will come out as well. So this happens. If you set too high or too low, nothing will come out. So you need to find your own edge. This is the first part. Now, what is your yearly goal? Okay, so what do you want to reach in 1 year? And even if it's even difficult to have clarity about that, what you still can do is just to focus on the emotion that you seek. Probably it's something like happiness or inspiration. And if you just focus on the emotion, if you visualize your goal daily, I talked about it in my other videos, then with time, because of the RAS, reticular activating system, everything will become clear. Your subconscious will start to find automatically clues that will lead towards that path. Okay, that you will get clarity on what you truly want. So even if you're absolutely unclear, you still always have the emotions that you want to feel in this life. Everyone has an emotion that he wants to feel. And you just focus on this emotion more and more, and you try to expand this picture that you see if you focus on this emotion and try and find more evidence. Not evidence, find more clues, right? To expand this inner picture in front of your inner eye. So it's good to have a precise goal. If you have already, I think you have already a precise goal, or right now you have already some clarity, or at least a little bit, and I will help you to find the rest of it. So it's very good to have a precise goal, like a concrete number, for example, when it is about the what. For example, you want to lose 50 or I don't know 20 pounds or something like that. Or yeah, just any number that is just realistic to you. Or you want to run a marathon or improve your business and yeah, double your business or triple your business, for example, and just have a clear number. Have a clear number or something that is very clear about what you want, just as clear as possible. Even if it's something abstract, maybe you just want to have an adventure, right? Then just write that adventure down and where you will be, right? And after that, it's just about, what must happen that you set the goal for the quarter, so for the next 3 months, right? So what must happen the next 3 months that you come closer to your 1 year goal? Okay. And I set also monthly, weekly, and daily goals. And it's, from my perspective, necessary to track them. And it's necessary to track them because it becomes easier to achieve them. Think about a pilot. Okay, I mean, when a pilot flies, or when an airplane flies, it gets very often off the course. So in 80% of the time, they say that the airplane gets off the course. But it has a concrete direction where it goes. And because of that, it comes back to their way. And at the end, the airplane arrives with the pilot where it has to be, right? It arrives at the point where they wanted to go from the very beginning. And to do that, you just need to have a clear picture of your goal. And another important thing is to track also your goals, to just know where you are. So you need to know where you want to be and where you are right now, right? Okay. And I write these goals down like I have already achieved them, even daily on the weekly goals. Okay, I write it down like I have already achieved them. And so let's talk about the who. So the thing is that I will talk about this more in depth later, but first it's important that you have a clear image of who you will be, of who you want to be when you reach your goals. So how will you look like? Write down like at least 4 things, like how will you look like, how will your future self look like? And write down like 4 things. What kind of abilities will you have? What kind of abilities will you have? You can pause the video if you want, right? Or watch it multiple times. What kind, like how will your environment look like? When it comes to your look, you can write about your clothes, also your facial expression, for example. Like, will you smile? How will you look like? Maybe something about your style will change, or your body posture, or the way how you walk. And yeah, what kind of abilities will you have? So what kind of abilities do you need to have to be this version, like the version of the end of the year that you reach that outcome, right? And when it comes to your environment, like in what kind of city would you be in, what kind of job, and what kind of social environment would you have, for example, right? Okay. And then write down like to each goal, write down like one belief or affirmation. Like for example, if you want to earn more money, then you write down something like I'm a money magnet, or something like I'm just rich, I'm rich. Okay. Or I love money, money loves me, for example. So you have one affirmation, this will become a belief. If you look at your notes and at this video again and again, and you just say to yourself while still crafting your who, this will become your belief. Okay, let's talk about the why. So what is your motivation for each goal? Just write down what motivates you about the goal. And what some people don't talk about, is also necessary that you have something that you go away from, right? Something that pisses you off. Because if you don't have something like that at all, like nothing at all, you won't move. You won't move. So it's necessary to have both pleasure and pain. So what is something that you don't want anymore? For example, it can be you are 9 to 5, you want to go away from there, right? Or you want maybe to change your apartment and you don't like it there. And yeah, this can be a huge motivation, right? Maybe you want to be your own boss, for example. And now let's talk about the principle that's necessary to understand. So your outer world, this is what I don't see in a lot of these, I haven't seen a lot of these videos. Your outer world is actually the result of your inner world. So in other words, your results right now, so everything what you have in your life right now don't have, it's because of your internal programming, right? It's because of your subconscious. So this is not coincidence, okay? A lot of people believe it's just because you just set rationally goals, you just, set a rational goal, and now some people achieve it by coincidence and some not. I don't believe that some people are just too stupid for that and some other don't. I think it's bullshit. So because your outer world is the result of your inner world, that means you have to change internally to change, you need to change internally, to change externally, to have different results externally. This is why we talked about the who. So because you as a person change, you become a new person who believes that he's capable of such things to achieve something like that. Okay, because, for example, you see yourself as a person who is fit. Let's say you are overweight and you see yourself as a fit person. You see yourself first as a fit person and act, and then you become that kind, and then it becomes reality. Then you become really like that. So this is what a lot of people don't talk about. They only talk about this logical stuff, but in reality we are emotional beings. And you need to change internally to change externally. This is why a lot of people, it doesn't work out. And it's true, people say you need a system. Yes, you need a system. And they say, yeah, you need to have clear goals, you need a system. Yes, it's all true, but it still won't work out for most. That's what I say. Why? So let's come to the next point. Because it has to do something with your intention. If you act from a lower intention, so, or in other words, from desire, then it will be harder for you to achieve your goals. You will be sabotaging yourself. Why? Because you will focus on the outcome. In reality, you achieve your goals if you focus on the process. Now that sounds very logical, right? Okay, I just focus on the process. If that will be so easy, everyone will do it. It's like saying, okay, actually you just need to do the right things to become a millionaire. Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so in reality, it's of course a little bit more tricky, but I will explain it to you. So if you have slow attention, like I said, you will focus on the outcome, and because of that you will sabotage yourself, because in reality you achieve your goals if you focus on the process. And the more you act from a lower intention, the harder it will be. It will feel like hell or like a battle. It will feel like a battle, but it doesn't have to be. Very often because of that you won't even achieve your goal. So the trick is you rise your intention, and I will even talk about how you can rise that. Okay, so you rise your intention, and because you rise your intention, now you focus automatically on the process. So of course, logically speaking, it's good to have systems, all of that stuff, but you won't focus on the process until you change your intention. Because humans are not that logical. It's bullshit. Just because someone says logically, yeah, you should do this and then you achieve that. That's not how it works. You have to change your subconscious. Okay? So you can't just act that logically. And you want also enjoy the journey, right? Because otherwise it's just like hell or like battle. So if you rise your intention, if you act from a higher intention, this is when you focus on the process, and it will become more effortless. It will become more at ease. And to do that, it's necessary that you learn to let go. Because I give you an example. So you can imagine it like that. Just imagine a room that is full of furniture, right? And now you want to put in this room new stuff. You want to actually have complete different things there. Now there is already a bed. So what happens if you put a new bed, if you try to put a new bed there? So you have to put it on the bed of the bed. It doesn't work, it's already full. So the room is already full. That means you have to put all this furniture out, and then it becomes empty. And this happens when you let go. So you become empty. You first put the garbage out, and now you can put new stuff into the room. So this room is now empty, and now you can put new stuff into it, right? Or into you. So basically your future goals. Okay? And this is why a lot of for a lot of people it doesn't work out, because you are not a robot, and you have to. It's necessary for you to learn to let go. Then you will rise automatically. You will do the right things automatically. Okay, now let's talk about exactly how it works. So let's say, for example, you talk with people, or you chat with someone, or you chat with your business clients, and now you feel fear, anxiety, or something like that. You wanted to attract someone, you're trying to attract high quality people, or someone specific, and now you feel anxiety, right? You feel doubts or something like that, or you feel very attached, very needy. So what you do now is, if possible, if you're not directly like at a party, you just stop what you are doing right now, and you become aware, you become mindful, and you just experience this emotion that you have, this urge or whatever, however it feels. like it feels like anxiety and neediness, you just observe that. You just observe everything of that and accept it. And later you just do it again and again. And by doing that, you release these emotions. You release these emotions. And this is how you become empty. And this is how you start to finally focus really on the process and how it starts to get effortless. This is why a lot of these approaches doesn't work. They just sound logical, but humans are not logical, right? So in reality, it's also about letting go of things and about who you will be. It's not just about logically setting the outcome and thinking about the outcome. It's about becoming a new person, right? So if you let go, your intention will rise automatically. And because of that, you will manifest effortless what you want, right? This is how it works. So I hope this video helped you out. Like I said, it's about having clarity, but not just about having clarity about this rational goal. It's also about knowing who you are. And what I recommend is also to know what kind of emotions are you seeking. What kind of emotions are you seeking behind that? If you think about your end goal, what kind of emotions are you seeking? So it's about that and your why. And as a result, you will find the right things. It's about becoming a new person, and as a result, your outer world will change. And then your dreams will come true. And it's about letting go, because this is when you can really become a new person, right? So I hope this video helped you. Comment below, yeah, what helped you, what kind of ideas do you have about, or questions do you have about your goals. And see you next time. Bye bye.